What if I told you that the difference between thriving at 80 and merely surviving isn't genetics, luck, or expensive treatments? I've spent years studying people who seem to get better with age while others fade away, and the answer surprised me. Harvard research shows that 5 daily habits can reduce chronic disease risk by up to 40% and add over a decade to your life. These aren't complicated medical procedures or trendy supplements. They're simple daily practices that trigger real changes in your heart, brain, and energy levels. The 5th one especially will challenge everything you think you know about getting older. Let me share the first practice that started it all for so many people. Margaret started walking at 78, not because her doctor told her to, but because she felt lost after her husband passed. What began as aimless wandering around her neighborhood became something she never expected. Those daily walks transformed into moving meditation sessions that changed how she saw aging itself. She discovered that each step wasn't just moving her body forward, but moving her mind into a state of presence she hadn't felt in decades. Walking does something remarkable to your body that researchers continue to study. Harvard Medical School found that regular walking can reduce heart disease risk by up to 40%, while releasing endorphins that naturally lift your mood. When you walk at a steady pace, your body reduces inflammation, helps regulate blood sugar, and boosts mental clarity. This response happens automatically when you walk with intention rather than rushing through it as exercise. The Japanese have studied this connection between walking and healing for generations through a practice called Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. When you walk among trees, studies show your cortisol levels drop while your body produces more natural killer cells that fight disease. The compounds released by trees interact with your immune system in ways that indoor walking cannot replicate. This isn't mystical thinking, but measurable biological changes that happen when you move through natural environments. Walking becomes meditation when you stop treating it as a workout and start experiencing it as connection. Each step grounds you in the present moment. Your feet feel the earth beneath them. Your lungs fill with fresh air. Your eyes notice details they missed before. This presence connects you to your body's wisdom rather than fighting against what feels different or slower than before. Stanford research shows that outdoor walking improves creativity and cognitive clarity more effectively than sitting still indoors. People who walk with intention live longer not just from the physical benefits, but from the mental clarity it provides. When you walk mindfully, your brain processes thoughts differently. Problems that seemed overwhelming become manageable. Emotions that felt stuck begin to flow. This mental clarity compounds over time, creating resilience that serves you through life's challenges. Your walking rhythm synchronizes with your body's internal systems in profound ways. Your heart rate, breathing, and even brain waves begin to match the steady pace of your steps. This synchronization helps regulate sleep patterns, digestive function, and hormonal balance. Walking creates a natural rhythm that mirrors the cycles of life itself, helping your body remember its innate timing. Walking for exercise focuses on burning calories or improving fitness. Walking as life practice honors your body's need for gentle movement and connection. You're not trying to achieve a specific pace or distance. You're creating space for your body and mind to communicate with each other. The natural light you receive during outdoor walks regulates your circadian rhythms in ways indoor exercise cannot. Your body needs these light patterns to produce the right hormones at the right times. This regulation affects everything from sleep quality to mood stability. Yet walking is just one piece of how your body maintains itself. What you put into your body matters just as much as how you move it. Your body rebuilds itself completely every 7 years. The cells that make up your skin, organs, muscles, and even bones are constantly dying and being replaced with new ones. The remarkable truth is that the food you eat today becomes the literal building blocks for the body you will inhabit tomorrow. Every bite you take sends instructions to your cells about how to grow, repair, and function. Robert discovered this truth at 72 when his doctor delivered sobering news about his declining health. Instead of accepting medication as his only option, Robert began viewing food as medicine. He replaced processed meals with whole foods rich in nutrients that supported cellular repair. Harvard research shows that adopting these healthy habits can add over a decade to your life. His energy returned, his mind sharpened, and his body began functioning like that of a much younger person. Inflammation operates as the hidden accelerator of aging that most people never recognize. Chronic inflammation damages tissues, breaks down collagen, and interferes with cellular communication. Processed foods loaded with sugar, refined oils, and artificial additives fuel this inflammatory fire. Meanwhile, foods like leafy greens, fatty fish nuts, and berries act as natural fire extinguishers, reducing inflammation at the cellular level. The Mediterranean diet represents more than an eating plan, but a celebration of foods that have sustained vibrant populations for centuries. This approach emphasizes olive oil, fresh vegetables, fish, legumes, and whole grains that work together to protect against age-related diseases. People following this pattern show lower rates of heart disease, cognitive decline, and cellular aging compared to those eating typical Western diets. Your gut microbiome changes dramatically with age, often losing beneficial bacteria that protect against disease. Fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, and sauerkraut introduce healthy bacteria that restore this balance. Fiber-rich foods, including vegetables, oats, beans, and whole fruits, feed these beneficial microbes, helping them support your immune system. Hydration affects every aspect of aging in ways that surprise most people. As you age, your thirst signals weaken, making dehydration more likely. Set a goal of 8 glasses of water or herbal tea daily to maintain skin elasticity, support brain function, and help your kidneys eliminate toxins efficiently. Eating for your future self transforms every meal into an investment in the person you want to become at 80. This mindset shift changes how you view food choices. Instead of focusing on immediate pleasure, you consider how each meal contributes to your long-term vitality, energy, and independence. Common foods that accelerate aging include refined sugars, processed meats, trans fats, and excessive alcohol. Replacing these with nutrient-dense alternatives doesn't require deprivation, but rather discovering new flavors and preparations that satisfy while nourishing your cells. Proper nutrition becomes a profound form of self-respect that honors your body's incredible ability to heal and thrive at any age. Yet even the best nutrition cannot work its magic without the foundation that makes everything else possible. Sleep lets your brain clear away toxins that researchers call a brainwash, helping protect memory and cognitive function. This cleaning process happens most effectively during deep sleep, when your brain creates space for cerebrospinal fluid to flush out cellular waste that builds up during waking hours. Without adequate sleep, these toxins accumulate, causing the cognitive decline that many assume comes naturally with aging. Many seniors report better memory and mood once they restore consistent deep sleep, according to geriatric studies. Poor sleep wasn't just making them tired, but was actually accelerating their aging process. When they finally achieved consistent restorative sleep, their energy returned, their skin improved, and cognitive tests showed measurable improvements. Fixing sleep didn't just help them feel better, but reversed biological markers of aging. Sleep architecture changes significantly as you age, with profound effects on how rested you feel. Deep sleep time declines with age, making quality rest critical for repair. You experience more light sleep stages and frequent awakenings that fragment your rest. Understanding these changes helps you adjust expectations and focus on sleep quality rather than total hours. Deep sleep triggers growth hormone production that continues repairing your body throughout life. This hormone stimulates cellular regeneration, repairs damaged tissues, and maintains muscle mass. Growth hormone release peaks during the deepest stages of sleep, making quality rest essential for physical restoration. Even if you sleep fewer total hours, maximizing deep sleep phases provides the repair benefits your body needs. Creating a sleep sanctuary becomes a powerful act of self-care that signals to your body that rest is sacred. Your bedroom environment profoundly affects sleep quality. Curtains block light that interferes with melatonin production. Comfortable bedding and minimal noise create conditions that honor your need for restoration. Circadian rhythm disruptions increase with age as your internal clock becomes less sensitive to light cues. Limit evening light exposure and keep a consistent bedtime to help reset your internal clock. Strategic light exposure in the morning helps align your sleep-wake cycle naturally. Sleep hygiene practices for older adults require special attention. Consistent bedtimes become more important as your circadian rhythm weakens. Limited daytime napping prevents interference with nighttime sleep. Avoiding large meals and alcohol before bed reduces sleep disruptions that become more problematic with age. REM sleep and dreaming help process emotions and consolidate memories in ways that become increasingly important as you navigate life transitions. This stage of sleep regulates emotional responses and transfers important memories to long-term storage. Studies show poor sleep raises inflammation and risk of chronic disease. Better rest supports every other habit you adopt. Quality sleep multiplies the effectiveness of physical activity, enhances food choices, and supports the emotional resilience needed to maintain positive lifestyle changes consistently. Yet there's another factor that influences how well you age that might surprise you completely. University of California research tracking thousands of people revealed something that surprised even the researchers. Strong social ties boost lifespan by up to 50% more than genetics, income, or any other factor they measured. People with meaningful connections lived longer, had sharper minds, and experienced less physical pain as they aged. The quality of these relationships mattered more than family history or medical care in determining who thrived in their later years. Margaret learned this truth firsthand at 82 after losing her husband. Overwhelmed by grief and isolation, she withdrew from friends and family, convinced her social life had ended. Her daughter finally convinced her to join a book club where Margaret met people who shared her love of reading. She began volunteering at the local library and even started taking dance classes. Building these new connections didn't just ease her loneliness, but brought back her vitality in ways that amazed her family and doctor. Loneliness triggers a physical inflammatory response comparable to smoking, making social connection essential medicine for your body. When you feel socially isolated, your immune system responds as if you're under threat, releasing stress hormones that damage tissues and accelerate aging. Social connection acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory medicine that your body desperately needs. People with close, meaningful ties show less cognitive decline and stronger immune function than those who are socially isolated. When you feel truly connected to others, your brain maintains sharper focus and better memory formation. These connections provide protection against the brain changes linked to dementia and cognitive decline. Intergenerational relationships provide unique benefits that same-age friendships cannot offer. Connecting with people from different generations gives you fresh perspectives, reduces age-related stereotypes, and creates a sense of purpose through mentoring or learning. Young people benefit from wisdom and experience, while older adults gain energy and new ideas from younger connections. Social networking differs dramatically from deep connection in its impact on your health. Having hundreds of online friends means nothing if none of them would visit you in the hospital. Quality relationships require vulnerability, trust, and mutual support. 3 close friendships that involve regular, meaningful contact provide more health benefits than dozens of superficial acquaintances. Acts of service and giving to others activate what scientists call longevity genes. Volunteering, helping neighbors, or caring for family members creates a sense of purpose that literally changes how your genes express themselves. This purpose-driven connection reduces stress hormones and strengthens immune function in ways that extend both lifespan and health span. Social fitness requires intentional practice, just like physical fitness. You must actively nurture relationships through regular contact, shared activities, and emotional support. This means scheduling phone calls, writing letters, and making efforts to meet people in your community even when life gets busy. Strong social bonds provide essential support through illness, loss, and major life transitions, making relationships your most important investment in healthy aging. Yet there's something even more fundamental that shapes how well you age, that goes beyond what you do to how you think. Revolutionary research reveals that people who view aging as growth rather than decline experience measurable biological changes that occur when you shift your perspective on what aging means. Your beliefs about aging literally alter how your body functions, creating either vitality or decline based on your expectations. At 76 years old, Richard felt his mental sharpness decline after retiring. He decided to learn to play the piano despite feeling embarrassed about starting so late in life. Within months of picking up his first lesson, Richard discovered that learning piano had rewired his brain in remarkable ways. His memory improved, his problem-solving skills sharpened, and he developed a resilience that helped him navigate other life challenges with confidence he hadn't felt in years. The joy he found in music brought back an emotional spark that transformed his entire outlook. Lifelong learners maintain cognitive function better, forming fresh neural pathways, whether it's a new language, instrument, or skill. Your brain continues creating new connections throughout your entire life. Each time you learn something unfamiliar, you stimulate your brain to create pathways that enhance cognitive function. This process keeps your mind flexible and adaptable regardless of your chronological age. Your expectations about aging create a self-fulfilling prophecy that changes your biology. When you believe aging means decline, your body responds by producing more stress hormones and inflammatory markers that accelerate the very decline you feared. Conversely, when you expect aging to bring wisdom, growth, and new possibilities, your body produces chemicals that support vitality and cellular repair. Embracing beginner's mind keeps your brain young by creating new neural pathways throughout life. This means approaching new experiences with curiosity rather than judgment. When you release the need to be immediately good at something, you open yourself to learning that strengthens cognitive function and builds mental flexibility. Fixed mindset views abilities as unchangeable, while growth mindset sees them as developable through effort and practice. In aging, this difference becomes transformative. Fixed mindset accepts decline as inevitable, while growth mindset recognizes that you can continue improving and adapting. This shift changes how you approach physical challenges, mental tasks, and life transitions. Learning new skills after 65 protects against dementia more effectively than any medication currently available. When you challenge your brain with complex learning tasks, you build cognitive reserve that helps your mind stay sharp even if some brain cells deteriorate. Musical instruments, languages, and complex hobbies create the strongest protective effects. Volunteering and mentoring can activate longevity pathways, giving your life purpose and meaning. This sense of purpose literally changes how your genes express themselves, promoting health and resilience. People with strong purpose show better immune function and increased resistance to age-related diseases. Reframing challenges as opportunities for growth creates resilience that serves you through all of life's transitions. Instead of viewing difficulties as evidence of decline, you see them as chances to develop new strengths and capabilities. This perspective builds emotional resilience that makes you more adaptable. Believing you can grow changes your stress response, producing fewer inflammatory markers and more resilience, making every new challenge a step to a sharper mind. This mindset shift transforms healthy habits from chores into acts of self-discovery and empowerment. When you believe you can improve, every positive choice becomes an investment in your potential rather than a requirement for maintenance. These 5 research-backed habits can add a decade to your healthy years by transforming how your body and mind experience each passing year. The real secret isn't any single practice, but the profound shift in seeing aging as an opportunity for renewal rather than decline. When you change how you think about growing older, everything else falls into place naturally. Your daily choices become investments in possibility rather than attempts to prevent loss. Choose one habit today and commit to treating it as an act of love for your future self. Start with a simple walk, mindful eating, better sleep, deeper connections, or learning something new. Remember, aging isn't a slide toward decline, but a chance to deepen your wisdom and joy each day. Which habit will you start today? Share in the comments below and inspire others on this journey toward vibrant aging.